back. I'm back home, actually, and this is my birthday month. Okay, so what happened was on my way back from Africa to the U.S. Somebody gave me COVID, so I actually tested positive for COVID on my birthday, and but I had like minimal symptoms, like a little body ache, a little sore throats, tired. My sister said it was like a long haul. I was like, what the fuck is a long haul? But so I wanted to do this shrimp boil for my birthday. And let's see, today is actually Friday and my birthday was last Monday, but it is still my birthday month. So I'm gonna eat a little bit of this and just talk about my weight loss journey. Okay, because, all right, so, like, let's see, like, 8 years, nope, about 9 years ago, I gained a lot of weight, and, like, about 60 pounds. It wasn't because I, so good. It wasn't because I ate a lot. It was because I ate a lot of sugar. And sugar has always been my nemesis. So I on my birthday, like a year ago, I decided to lose some weight. And I lost 30 pounds in like 2 months. And it's been a year, but altogether I lost 50 pounds. And I feel good about that. What I have here is a shrimp boil, and it's keto style. So no potatoes. I have no potatoes in here. What I did was I substitute the potatoes with cauliflower. And yeah, this is so good. And what I'm doing, okay, dipping all of this in a sauce. I don't know. It's full of butter. But it's my birthday. It's my birthday month. And you know what? I had COVID. Shit. I got a feast, you know? Okay. So, what happened was, on my way back from Africa, absolutely no one wore their masks. Okay? You know, folks pretended that COVID didn't exist any longer. And I was about the only one wearing my mask. I should have double masked, but so from Germany to San Francisco, I sat next to a woman who was coughing and sneezing without a mask. Bitch gave me COVID. So I felt okay when I got home, just a little tired. And when I got home, the county where I lived ordered me to take a test. I dropped some butter on my legs. And I didn't feel any symptoms, but other than feeling tired, I thought maybe it was some jet lag, like a little runny nose, allergies, maybe a slight headache, from traveling, but nothing major. And I was surprised that I tested positive for COVID, but let's see, it's been, let me see, October 3rd. It's been well over a week. So, everything is pretty good. But I'm upset because other than traveling, I always wear my mask out in public. It just really upsets me that no one else wear their mask. They just think that COVID does no longer exist. So it is what it is, but I'm fine. Made it to see another year, This is good. So good. But, yeah. I thought I would avoid COVID, but whatever. So, I do want to talk about my weight loss. It's so good. Eggs. I love boiled eggs, but so in 2014, I gained a lot of weight. Partly because of sugar. Just love sugar since I was a kid. But on my birthday, I decided to lose some weight because I knew what I had to do. Well, okay, here's what happened. Like years prior to gaining 50 pounds, I became like a raw foodist. And that was just, I felt like I was starving. Oh my gosh, that's I did not like that. Being a raw foodist, I actually was down to a size 0. I just felt, I felt spiritual, but I mean, the wind could have blown me anywhere. I just did not feel grounded. And I still have my dehydrators, but you couldn't cook your food past a certain degree. You had to cook your food in dehydrators. And sometimes I cook my food outside. But because if you cook your food at a certain temperature, it would burn the enzymes. So I was a raw foodist, and there was actually a restaurant where I live who prepared raw food cuisine, and they shut down like shortly after I became a raw foodist. So I took some classes like at Whole Foods, and pretty good stuff. I had learned some pretty good recipes, but I don't know. I just didn't feel strong. You know, I just feel like meditating, laying out in the sun. I couldn't do anything strenuous, you know. So after that, but I really did learn some really good things, some really cool things. But after that, I decided to do the vegan thing. Now, that, oh my gosh. Okay. I would rather be either a raw foodist or a vegetarian than a vegan, because I'll put my crown back up here. Because, okay, a vegan is that processed food, that not that soy. What is that? Yeah, soy stuff. All processed. I remember I would make like a meatloaf from the soy products, like a soy meat. It was pretty good, but it was still soy. It was weird. Yeah, it was. I really, yeah. I felt spiritual. I felt like I was almost out of here. I needed some food. But, and I dropped weight quickly. Okay? So, but what I learned is that with the vegan is that did I spit that food out? You're still dealing with processed food. Well, that's still bad for you. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Okay, so with being a vegetarian, yeah, that was hard. So yeah, I think I was a vegetarian for like a year. With being a vegetarian, you have your carbs. And that right there, yeah, those carbs can get you in trouble. So I kindly skipped through that, and I worked at being a pescatarian for a little bit. I was like, okay, seafood. I grew up in the Bay Area. I'm from San Francisco. So let me just go to seafood. And that's good except for like the mercury. Okay? So, you know, you eat too much seafood, you get too much metal in your system. So, we have to balance it out with something. Actually, when I was younger, my grandparents, they pretty much raised me on chicken. So that's why I went back to, like after years of trying different type of lifestyles. One year, actually, my son started working out, and he asked me if I can cook for him. So if I can do keto for him. And I was like, what is keto? So he kind of told me what keto was, and I did some research. And I was like, oh, mostly protein, some veggies, some berries. Okay, and low sugar. You know, the one thing I like about keto, and this is something that I'm gonna stick with, keto-ish. And I say ish because keto is full of salt. And I have to watch my salt intake because I inherited high blood pressure from my father. Okay? So, but what I did with this shrimp boil was I used low sodium as well. So, and this tastes so good. Oh my God. You know what? You just really, hold on. If you add herbs and flavor and fat, because I got almond butter with some of that seafood boil sauce. That shit is good, all right? It fills you up. One thing I learned about keto. So good. One thing I learned about keto is that keto, you still have your fat. So that means that this food is most likely to fill you up. So, but you omit the sugar and you use sugar substitutes, and I'm good with that. I don't know if shrimp is on the keto list, but it's on my list, okay? So, in my shrimp boil, I just want to let you know what I did, what I substituted. Because it's so good, okay? So, I pretty much bought all of my ingredients from Trader Joe's. Like my sausages have like no antibiotics. This is a chicken sausage. I think it's an Italian chicken sausage. It's really good. So good. And you know what? I learned not to eat and talk at the same time, but I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to go there, okay? So one thing that I did was substitute the potatoes with cauliflower. And cauliflower is so good. Well, so good. With the cauliflower, what I did was I roasted the cauliflowers first. I put some garlic powder, sprayed it with olive oil, and put a little bit of I use a salt substitute. So I sprinkle with a little bit of that and put it in the oven and roast it for a little bit before I put it in the liquid. Now, the seafood boil liquid. Now, what I did was, I want to say that when you do a seafood boil, one thing I refrain from doing is using tap water. Okay? So, either you use like bottled water, or I would say use like chicken stock. I used chicken stock with half the sodium, or little sodium. Because it adds more flavor to your food. And I omitted the version of is it Zatarain's, or no, it's not Zatarain's. It's a seasoning that you use for the seafood boil. I used the liquid, and I just bought herbs. I used herbs. So just more flavor, just add flavor, and you're good. So what I learned with the keto is that keto-ish, and I say ish because the keto diet, they omit the sugar, but they still leave the salt. So, so I really have to watch that and tailor my recipes for what I need for my body. So it is so good. But I know that okay, so while I learned and I was dining as a vegan or a vegetarian, that shrimps aren't that healthy. They call shrimps the cockroaches of the sea. And I have to say that, I love these little fuckers. So I hate cockroaches, but I love shrimps. So I'm just staying there. That's it. I'm sorry. They always try to have you to deny yourself. You know what? I deny myself enough. There's some things that I just love. And I love the cockroach of the sea. And this shrimp is so cute to me. So good. Real good. So I kind of reached, an age where I do have to take care of myself. But I also want to enjoy life, Shit. They just want you to eat grass. I can't do that. So, which is why keto is a perfect lifestyle for me, keto-ish, okay? Because one thing too that I found out about keto is they like you to fast. I'll fast for a little bit, like in the morning, see how long I can go without eating, and then I'll eat. But this is something that I'm gonna stick with because, okay, so last year on my birthday, I had decided that it was time for me to get my life back into shape as far as working out and eating properly. So for the first 6 months, I worked out like a champ and completely changed my diet and altered it to keto. And then after 6 months, I stopped working out, and because I was doing other things. I was actually doing activities where I was still burning a lot of fat. And so I stopped working out. Here recently, I joined the gym again and decided that, I want to go back and work out at the gym because I did keep the weight off. I actually lost weight. So 50 pounds in a year. And so I wanted to, I joined the gym and then I found out I had COVID. So I have to wait for a little bit and I probably go back to the gym next week. So I'm excited about that because I love the gym. Planet Fitness, okay? It was so good. If you guys really want to know, and I know that you guys, like potatoes. I do too. But if you want a little bit of insight as of how I prepared this dish, just hit me up. Oh. I'll tell you. One thing I learned is that if you eat the right thing, you can eat a lot of it and maintain your weight and still maintain your weight. So that's like something that I learned. And as far as like the sugar, okay, well, I didn't eat a lot, but I gained a lot of weight, okay? So what I did was I substituted sugar. So anything, like if I wanted ice cream, I would get a keto ice cream. If I wanted bread, I would get keto bread. But I would still use it sparingly, okay? So I actually, instead of using sugar, I use stevia. So the whole point was what I realized is at that time when I gained a lot of weight and I was almost at 200 pounds. So when I gained a lot of weight is what my doctor told me was that I became insulin resistant. Okay? So my whole strategy was to kick sugar to the curb and to use sugar substitutes like stevia, like monk fruits. So, and it worked. Okay? And leave the potatoes alone. Now, I do want to say that while I was in Africa, I did have like sweet potatoes every day. But just a little bit. And but the sugar, I had a little bit of sugar, just a little bit. So now I was still able to keep the weight off. But definitely if you cut down on carbs and sugar and increase on your protein and your veggies and berries, the weight will melt. Because there was a time when I didn't do any exercises and I ate right and I still kept the weight off. So good. So I am like full. And this is so good. This is like gonna be leftovers. So I really I really want to share my weight loss journey. And in fact, I have photographs, not of myself, but of my scale. Starting out at close to 200 pounds and then dropping all the way down. And so I just wanted to share this with y'all because, it's, I feel that it's important to eat as healthy as you can and to be as healthy as you can. And no matter where you are, as far as your weight is concerned, is to feel good about yourself. So, but I think that because there was times in my journey, during my journey, as far as cuisines are concerned and lifestyle choices, that I was unaware of what I was eating that was ultimately unhealthy for me. Not like, okay, they say that these little shrimps are unhealthy, but I love them. They're my friends. So, but you choose your battles. So good. Happy birthday to me. Oh, shit. All right. So, I want to thank you guys for joining me my little birthday dinner. Y'all just, just do you. And if y'all want to see more videos, more mukbang videos, because they're all going to be aligned with keto-ish. And I want to say that I will take a recipe and just make it my own. That's what I did with this. I made it my own. My family is from New Orleans. So once I turned keto, I just turned all potatoes into cauliflower. So everything has a New Orleans, West Coast spin. All right. So thank you for joining me for my little birthday dinner. And y'all have a good one. All right.